Okay, imagine this for a second. A reality TV star, right? Known for selling these, like, incredible multi-million-dollar beach houses.
Big personality, high stakes.
Exactly. And then she's found dead. Not in some mansion, but a pretty modest house on Long Island. It's a real contradiction.
Yeah, it really jars you.
So today, that's what we're getting into. We're doing a deep dive into this really baffling case of Sara Burack. We're drawing everything from the source. Million-dollar mystery. The death of Sara Burack.
And our goal here is really just to unpack the layers, try to understand why this story has grabbed so many people.
Right. So Sara Burack, she was only 31, a real powerhouse realtor in the Hamptons.
Yeah, the source really paints her as magnetic, confident, very bold. You know the face of that Netflix show, Million Dollar Beach House?
She definitely made waves on there. Known for closing huge deals, but also just that personality is big.
Definitely larger than life on screen,
Yeah.
which makes the ending, well, even more unsettling.
Tell us about that, the circumstances.
So the source says June 17th, she was found dead. And it wasn't one of her listings, just this ordinary house in East Hampton.
Okay. And she wasn't alone.
No, an unnamed man was found dead right there beside her. Now, police are calling it homicide, meaning, death caused by another person.
But not necessarily murder-suicide.
They haven't officially confirmed that label, but sources are calling the scene suspicious. Very suspicious. There's a lot they're not saying.
That ambiguity, it just hangs there, doesn't it? And this is where it gets, like, really confusing for you listening.
Totally.
Because fans, they told the source they saw nothing wrong. No signs of fear, no struggles. She was, active online, showing houses.
Right, even had a deal supposedly in the works, like business as usual almost.
So why that house?
Yeah.
Why was she there? And who was the man? It just doesn't add up with the picture we had of her.
And that's exactly why this case is so compelling, isn't it? That clash between the public image and this private, tragic reality. The source really leans into that.
Let's talk about her career arc a bit. How did she get to that point?
Well, she started with Nest Seekers International, a big name in real estate. But the real breakthrough, obviously, was Million Dollar Beach House. That was 2020.
Right, the Netflix show.
Yeah, that put her on the national stage, showcased her sales skills, sure, but also that unforgettable personality, rivalries, drama, the whole package.
But the source mentions the spotlight didn't last forever at that intensity.
Well, yeah. Once the camera stopped, that kind of intense national glare faded a bit. I mean, she was still hustling, still working hard in real estate, definitely. The Netflix fame was part of her story, but maybe not the constant daily focus it once was.
So fast forward just 4 years from the show, she's found dead. Violently, it seems, in Suffolk County.
And the police. The Suffolk County PD, the source says they are keeping details incredibly close to the vest. That's the phrase used.
Meaning almost nothing concrete is out there.
Pretty much. No confirmed cause of death released publicly. No specifics on the man found with her. No known motive. Nothing.
And in this day and age, with Netflix fame and social media, that kind of silence, it just makes things louder.
Yeah,
Right?
no, absolutely. It creates a vacuum.
Yeah.
And speculation just rushes in to fill it. The source kind of poses those questions implicitly, Who was watching her?
Was someone jealous?
Or did someone just get too close? We just don't know.
So on the surface, Sara Burack seemed to have it all. The quote-unquote dream life. Glamour, luxury, Hamptons realtor.
Yeah, living the life many people probably envy.
But her story doesn't end in the mansion. It ends here, in this really profound, deeply unsettling mystery, far from that spotlight she once commanded.
And this deep dive, it really leaves us right there, doesn't it? With that million-dollar question, as the source puts it. What really happened to Sara Burack?
Yeah.
It's more than just one tragic event, though. It kind of holds up a mirror, I think. Makes you consider our whole fascination with these carefully built public images.
This is why from reality TV and social media.
Exactly. That contradiction between the image and the potential reality behind it. That becomes the story itself, almost. Makes you question what's real.
Absolutely. So look, if you listening know anything at all about this case, the source is very clear on the call to action. Please get in touch with Suffolk County Crime Stoppers. The number is 1-800-220-TIP-PS.
Any piece of information could be crucial.
Definitely. And as we wrap up, just think about this. When a life that looks so glamorous on the outside ends so suddenly, so tragically, what does that make you consider about what we think we know about people? Especially now, when so much is shared online, but maybe so much more is hidden. Makes you wonder.